Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 5.
Listen here, before we get into it, I want to tell the people to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. Congratulations to you all. We have hit 500 subscribers. But that's not the goal.
Okay.
Stop cheering.
Okay.
The goal is 1,000 subscribers. And I think we can do it. Mm-hmm. We have less than, what's the day? We have less than 26 days. But I think we can do it. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Walk us through it.
Well, Ashley is hosting a trip to Austin for all of the ladies. Mm-hmm. We see Mia, Gizelle, and Ashley going shopping, and they're all talking about what happened at pickleball with Nneka's accusations about Wendy's mom.
Yeah.
Gizelle says Wendy and her husband and her mom all seem like they're working together for evil.
Who said that?
Gizelle. And everyone pretty much believes what Nneka's saying.
Ain't that crazy? We don't know this girl from who and who, but we just go believe just off top. Mm-hmm. There's no show loyalty amongst each other. It's like, oh, okay, against Wendy, okay, I got it.
Right.
Continue.
Well, then we see Wendy going out to eat with her husband, Eddie. Mm-hmm. And Eddie says, I'm happy, Eddie. I don't have problems with people. What is going on? Okay. He says that him and Ike went to the same college, but they went different years.
Yeah.
Wendy is going to have to go to Austin with Nneka and thinks it's terrible. She's coming after her as they are both Igbo sisters.
What do you think of the first scene so far, Blair? Is there anything you want to share?
Nothing really stood out to me. Not really. What about you?
Nothing stood out in this scene, but I'm going to address this scene probably later on throughout the show.
Okay.
Continue.
Next, we see Nneka and her husband, Ike. They are at the doctor's appointment for her fertility. Nneka wished that she would have sat down privately with Wendy instead of putting it out there in front of everyone.
Stop. Mm-hmm. What do you mean you wish?
She says she's so honest and transparent. It just flowed out.
Stop it, Nneka. That's what I mean when I say I'm going to go back. What do you mean you wish? Mm-hmm. Is this something that you rub a lamp and a genie come out and you get 3 wishes? Don't you control all the optics of you going to make sure you can go confront somebody? I would think so. So what do you mean you wish? You went and told Ashley. You went and had a conversation with Robyn. Those people could have been easily exchanged out for the person you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm almost tired of Nneka, man. And truth be told, by association, I'm almost tired of Wendy, too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But we will
both of y'all sit down somewhere.
We both will get into it. Keep going.
Yeah, well, they meet with the doctor. Yeah. And the doctor, I think, is also Igbo. And the doctor and her husband have a little conversation. Okay. And he says that Ike's sperm is low volume, but he said, don't worry about it. Y'all just keep on trying for 6 more months. You take some prenatal vitamins and just we'll see what happens. Yeah. And Nneka was unhappy with that.
Why?
She felt like she needed more guidance or wanted a little bit more support from the doctor. Mm-hmm. And Ike was just happy that everything was fine and they just needed to keep trying.
Yeah, now listen here, man. She went into detail about how in her culture they basically want to rush or expedite rather the baby having process, but they waited. And now this is why she feels like she's in a situation to where her family would tell her, I told you so, because it's like, hey, this is why you see what's going on. You get what I'm saying? I think they just need to keep trying. You get what I'm saying? She's still fairly pretty mid-stage in when it comes to it is snowing outside, Blair. You see that?
I do see it. Thank God we ain't gotta go nowhere.
Right. And so it just took me off my anyway, as I was saying. I think all they have to do is just keep trying.
Yeah.
I think all they have to do. I don't know what she wanted to hear from the doctor, but there is something to I think the doctor was African or from an African country, but there's also some doctor loyalty friendship going on too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like it was I told you so because the husband was like, look, we're good. Yeah. But
he was in there moonwalking.
Yeah, the wife the wife ain't gonna listen to her husband doctor. She rather go get a doctor on the outside, to basically repeat what the husband already said. But prayers to them though, if they already didn't have a kid in real life. You know, hopefully everything works out for them. Continue.
Yeah. So, moving on, Mia and G are going to therapy.
Oh, my gosh.
And they discuss the changes in their relationship and the changes in their lifestyle because G lost his job. And Mia said that it got so bad that she ended up retaining a divorce attorney.
Oh, my goodness.
And he was saying he didn't realize it had gotten that bad. She said she wanted to file for a divorce because they were arguing. She grew up in a very abusive, loud, arguing household, and she didn't want her kids to have to go through that too. And she would like for him to retire. She's feeling betrayed by the family at large and also by Gordon. Yeah. And he is also feeling betrayed by his family, but he wants to go the legal route, and Mia doesn't want him to. She says that she just kind of wants to have the family together. Then she goes into the story. It was hard for me to understand during that conversation, but when she talked to Robyn later on, then it made sense. So they had an attorney friend who eliminated themselves.
Thank you.
Because they found that he was holding on to some of their money. And they went the legal route, called him out. He ended up apologizing, and then the day after, he eliminated himself. And she felt really shaken up and sad about that, and she also didn't want Gordon or anyone in the family to be in that position as their attorney friend.
Did I get my money before he self-eliminated?
No, they didn't get the money.
Well,
I don't think so.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Well, that's a waste. Listen.
Okay.
You first or me first?
You, go ahead.
All right. What do you mean that you got a divorce attorney right with... Now, granted, we are talking from the show. In real life, Blair, correct me, Mia already moved on.
Yeah, she got a new man.
She got a new man, a new sponsor, right? What do you mean I lose my job and now you about to divorce me?
Yeah.
What is the arguing? I feel like a lot of the arguing, you starting it. You get what I'm saying? Gordon is saying that, hey, I was on track or at least on pace to achieve some economic freedom that I feel like is good for the family. Yeah. Meaning Mia and the kids. You get what I'm saying? This knocked me off of it. They owe me some money. I'm taking the legal route. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what Mia... They're married or was married, right?
I think they're still married. They're just separated.
No, I'm talking about during the show.
They're married.
They're married. There's certain aspects, even as a wife or as a spouse, that, hey, this is business. You know? We're not going to cross that line of I'm going to lean on your expertise. I'm going to get legal advice from my attorneys and see what's going to happen. You can also hear throughout the episode or with that scene that Gordon's family is unhappy with him. That's why they voted him off. It could be his decisions. It could be all the above. You get what I'm saying? The backstory that Blair's taught me is that apparently he got with Mia by cheating on his last spouse.
Yep, and left his wife for Mia. And
now Mia about to leave you. We talking as if it didn't already happen. You get what I'm saying? So I find it very strange that in Mia's quote unquote, what do you call them when they show the intro and that's when there's a calling card for each person or something like that. Like Robyn says, I don't care, and Candiace's when they go low, I sing a high note.
They're taglines.
They taglines. Mia's tagline is something across the lines of, no matter how big or small the castle is, I'm still the queen of this castle, something like that. Yeah. But you're ready to abandon the castle. Yeah. Stop it. But like I said, I can't really blame her because Gordon, he did his spouse dirty by getting with her.
And plus, I mean, she says she met him in a strip club. She was working as a waitress in a strip club. She could have been a waitress. I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
But my thing is, they knew what they were getting into. He's an older man. He was wealthy. Of course, she's going after him for his money. And she's younger, and he knew it. So this should be no surprise to him. He said he didn't know it was that bad. If you aren't supplying what she wants, then yeah, she's gonna leave. Yes. It was never love, to me at least. Maybe she
even with kids.
I feel like some people use kids as another way of getting money.
Wow.
As insurance. So I don't know.
Let's move on.
Moving on. The ladies catch their flight to Texas. And Gizelle asks Karen if she likes Robyn. Karen says she likes her a lot and wants to see her win. Yeah. And she Karen gets into this pie analogy about how she's going to put half the pie in the freezer for Robyn and just eat a little bit of it while they're in Texas. Basically, I'm going to take her in doses is what I got from it.
Okay.
And I'm going to put aside the things that I don't like about her and just try to have a good time on this trip.
Okay.
Well, the ladies get to the welcome suites, and they are all talking. Everyone gets their own rooms, which is a point of contention on a lot of these trips is who gets what room.
Really?
But thankfully, they're in a hotel, and everybody's going to get some nice rooms. So Ashley tells them that Robyn's going to get the penthouse because she's going through a lot.
Ashley is going to get what?
Ashley tells them that Robyn is going to get her own penthouse because she's going through a lot.
Why do Robyn need a penthouse?
Because she's stressed.
What's she stressed about? You see, this is what I don't understand. Right? And I'm not even on y'all wave of hating Robyn. I don't even understand why y'all hate Robyn when she's the one that been wronged by Juan. But that's just a different story. It is what it is, right? Listen here. This is what Robyn was saying in the last episode. Why are you singling me out? Like, leave me alone. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's bring some normality back to it. Keep going, Blair.
Yeah. Well, the ladies go to their rooms to change, and then they head down to the pool. Karen and Candiace ask Wendy how she's doing. She says she's fine.
Yeah.
She says she really doesn't have a vested interest in Nneka, so she's not going to try to let it bother her.
Okay.
Mia, the other ladies end up coming down. Gizelle and Nneka come down. Mia and Robyn are taking some time to talk before they join the ladies.
Yeah.
And Karen says, you know, we can't ignore the elephant in the room between Gizelle and Candiace. Y'all ain't been talking to each other. Candiace says Gizelle doesn't want to acknowledge me, and if I don't speak or if she doesn't speak to me, she'll think I disappear, but I'm still here.
Facts.
With some more expletives. Facts. Gizelle says for her mental health and for her kids' well-being, she's not going to engage with Candiace because nothing good is going to come from that. She said that Candiace's husband made her go in a room and close the door and in a bedroom, and she says she's not going to deal with Candiace anymore.
Truth be told, I agree with both parties. Both of y'all just don't talk to each other. like I agree for both reasons. Gizelle, you know what you was alluding to when you basically said, like, you know, Chris made me go into a closed room, maybe go into a room and close the door behind. You get what I'm saying? You know what you was trying to say. You get what I'm saying? You know what you was alluding to. By not saying it, you made that volume louder. You get what I'm saying? And Candiace, you don't look like a happy person when you talk to Gizelle. And just for, like, your reputation and things like that, it's just best if y'all just don't talk to each other. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Continue.
Yeah. My only thing with Gizelle is, like, here she go, keep saying, like, Chris made me do this, and Chris closed the door. When she was confronted about it, she said Chris didn't do anything wrong. He didn't say anything wrong.
It showed the flashback, yeah?
Yeah, but here you go, continuing to put out this narrative that this man did something to you, even though you're saying, I just felt this way. That's the you problem. That's not anybody else's problem but yourself. If you have that boundary, you don't want to be in a room with a married man, don't be in a room with a married man. No, nobody knows that.
I feel like now she just purposely picking on Candiace now.
Yeah. Next, we see Robyn and Mia going on their walk.
Okay, cardio.
And Mia shares a story about the attorney and everything that happened, that he was disbarred when they went the legal route. And that's what happened. And then one of Juan's best friends took Robyn and them's money, and then he eliminated himself by jumping off a bridge after everything came out. I never realized that. I knew Robyn messed over Juan's money, but I didn't know the dude ended up doing that after the fact.
But this ended up being one of Juan's best friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he scammed Juan and Robyn out their money. Robyn says it was all going to catch up to him because he's probably done it to other people, but y'all were the first ones that called it out. And it was probably just going to, be a ripple effect. Like, there's going to be more people afterwards. Mia says she's really torn up about it because it's just money, and she really didn't want anyone to lose their life.
I understand that, but you know how people are cowards. People can't stand to be wrong. People can't stand to face the law, because the best believe you still for me, you are going to jail tonight. You know what I'm saying? So they rather jump off a bridge or self-eliminate, things of that nature. I guess this is just this episode had a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
To get to the next scene. Basically, the scene of the night, basically, is what I like to call these type of things. You ready, Blair?
Yeah.
Let's go into it.
Well, they bring up the situation at the pool with Nneka and Wendy's mom again.
Yeah.
Gizelle says it's believable that your mom has probably said these things because of what she said about Mia.
That's facts.
And Wendy's mom made a comment on social media regarding Mia. Wendy reads it verbatim and tells us, look, there's no witchcraft. There's some Holy Ghost fire, but there is no witchcraft.
Now, listen here. I grew up in church. All my life. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To someone, especially, I'm going to take Gizelle, put her to the side for now, because she was married to a pastor. Yes. Right? There is terms that if you haven't grown up in church or haven't grown up in that environment, calling thunder on someone and Holy Ghost fire on someone, in spite, by the way, you get what I'm saying, is witchcraft. Like you could say that it's not witchcraft, but you only said that to Mia, not that God would help her, but for God to spite her. You get what I'm saying? Because of how she treated your daughter. So this is where I'm like, Wendy, stop it. You get what I'm saying? You reading the verbatim and say witchcraft. What were like you looking for in the reading of the text? The word witch and craft? like the whole act of it, of saying, you know what, you did me wrong? I call Holy Ghost fire on you and thunder. That's witchcraft. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because the Lord's name is not to be played in vain or things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? So it is witchcraft, Wendy, but continue.
Yeah. Wendy says that the issue was never really about Nneka. So the cousin, Lebby, and Wendy's sister have been on and off friends for a long time. Yeah. And Nneka ends up saying, you know, Ivy told the in-law, Ivy is Wendy's sister, told Lebby that Wendy was upset because she was using her name for clout. Wendy said, you went against your Nigerian sister. You intentionally came against me. Okay. And they're trying to break down the dates of the timelines of the conversations, who made what call when, who sent what text at what time. And Candiace asks, well, how old is Lebby? Yeah. And Wendy says, I don't know. That's my sister's friend. And Nneka says, like, that doesn't make sense, because why would you shine out or call her out at your sip and see for your daughter, saying that you wanted your daughter to be like her if you don't really know her like that? And then we see a flashback of Wendy doing just that.
Exactly that.
Candiace says that it's weird to say you don't know someone when you invite them to your baby shower. And that's where we end.
Is there anything you want to add to give me some clarification on the timeline of what's been going on, especially with the text messages that Wendy been putting out in real time, Blair?
Yeah, Wendy's been uploading receipts onto Twitter. Okay. And one of the texts that she put up was about how Lebby was texting her, trying to have her meet up with Nneka before Nneka got on the show. Lebby was also asking Wendy about her surgeon and wanting her to tell, or asking if she could use her name for the surgeon, so that way she could get her appointment moved up, because she had some events she wanted her body to be snatched for. So Wendy posted that information. The girl was like, hey, I ended up dropping your name. My appointment got moved up. And I bought your book, girl. And then Wendy says, LOL, okay, screenshot it to me. Now, that's pretty much all Wendy showed. Apparently, I'm thinking Lebby leaked her text messages, and it was more extensive, and it just basically said, like, it wasn't just Wendy's name she was going to drop. It was between Wendy, a nurse, and like somebody else to try to get her appointment moved up. And then Lebby actually did screenshot that she did purchase Wendy's book. The issue is not whether or not Wendy knows Lebby. She knows her. That's her sister's friend. But she's saying, I'm not that close to her. Yeah. And even in the text messages, you could see, like, Wendy was being very vague with Lebby and wasn't even responding quickly. Like, this is my sister's friend. I'm going to be polite, but I really ain't got much to say to her.
That's fair.
And every time Lebby's texting Wendy, she asking for something. She want to connect her with somebody. She want to name drop her somewhere. She want to know what hotel her and her husband stayed at. So Wendy was trying to be like, they're all clout chasers. They're all trying to use me. This is the proof. And I felt like Wendy did prove that. I mean, every time the lady texted her, it seemed like she asking for something, and that's annoying.
Some say her evidence kind of fell flat a little bit.
And I could see that because some people are making it be like, well, you said like you didn't know Lebe, but you're texting her, so you do. That was never the issue of whether she knew her or not. I feel like people are like confusing things. Yeah. And it's very easy to do so because I don't know why Wendy doesn't just say to Nneka. She's saying it in the confessionals, like, I met her in passing. But I don't know why she doesn't just say to Nneka and in front of the girls, we've met in passing. I've seen her face before, but we don't really know each other like that. It's just very odd how Wendy is moving. And I don't know why she's being weird about stuff when it comes to Nneka. Like, she's really trying to put distance in between herself, and maybe she just doesn't want to be affiliated with her or connected to her just because they're both Igbo. But I don't know. That, and also, you know, makes me question, does Wendy want to be the only Nigerian person on here? Does she have this thing?
That's what Ashley was saying.
Yeah. Does she have this thing to where, like, she wants to be the only one? And is she, like, intimidated by Nneka and her storyline? And basically, is this girl trying to take my spot? So, it's weird, Nneka coming for Wendy, but Nneka's also just explaining what's been happening. And I am inclined to believe, like, these are things that have been happening, but she should have just went straight to Wendy. Otherwise, it looks like you are trying to use Wendy for a storyline, because if you just deaded the issue with her, then it wouldn't be this whole thing. And honestly, it's annoying. I want to hear more about Juan and Robyn, and I want people to get into their butts.
Okay.
So
now listen here. I have this thing. This is Andy's show, right?
Yeah.
On Bravo?
Yeah.
All right. I have this thing for people who never seen any of our reviews. I have this thing to where I claim ownership of the show that I'm watching, and then I act like I got power. Okay. But really, I have no power. I'm in my spot. I'm in my house. I have no power over anything, right? But I'm going to use my power, Blair. Okay. And I'm going to say, Nneka, Wendy, I want y'all off my show. Okay. I'm tired of it. Which episode is this, Blair?
It is season 8, episode 5.
5 episodes. This thing been going on for 3 episodes, close to. I'm done with it. I don't want to. I don't even know what the issue is. The issue turned into. So far, the issue is just simply, you do know me. Yeah. That's not a real issue. So far, Potomac, y'all are going down this terrible, scary path of being like the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Ooh. They fell off.
Y'all listen here. The wheels are shaking. You see me, Blair? I'm shaking. Yes. The wheels are shaking. Right. Because if this scene didn't happen, what happened in this episode, Blair? Nothing.
Nothing other than Mia sitting down with the counselor.
And even with this scene happening, nothing still happened. Right. And my whole thing is there's not going to be no solution because I don't see what's the problem. So if y'all don't end this, now granted, the show is already recorded. I ain't got no power with this Andy show.
Let them know how you feel. Though.
Yeah. If y'all don't end this by next episode, I want y'all off my show. I want y'all to go back, re-record, get them off my show. Because it's not even embarrassing anymore. It's just sad. Because now it's just about clout. Wendy, you're doing a lot. Nneka, I don't even know what your intention is behind this. For someone that's trying to have kids, you're stressing yourself out over something that is nothing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, move on. Yeah. Please, let's move on. Let's talk about something. Let's get back to the Robyn, like Blair said. This is overshadowing that, look, Robyn had the potential of being fired this season, and she didn't, and she's on the show, and we're not talking about her at all. You get what I'm saying? So maybe down the line, we will get some clarification. Hopefully they get past it. I don't even want y'all to be friends. I don't even want y'all to film together. Maybe y'all can shoot y'all scenes separately, because truth of the matter is, maybe this is benefit to both of y'all. Maybe this is benefit to both of y'all, because outside of this, Wendy don't really have a storyline either. Wendy don't really be doing anything either. You get what I'm saying? Nneka need a storyline. Wendy need a storyline. And instead of y'all coming together and y'all going at each other about, you do know me, I don't know you. You do know me. Your mother's put my name in a shrine. Okay, whatever. You can't have Africans without some little voodoo in there a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Let's get past it. Let's move on. Anything else you want to share, Blair?
That's it.
Y'all be good.
Bye.